We are a species of space-dwelling birds, and we want to explore the galaxy. And in order to do that, we need to jump from one star to the next. I need to build a spacecraft capable of making that journey. And in order to do that, I need to set up a mining empire in this asteroid belt. Let's get to work. This is our space station, and we've just found an asteroid with the resources we need. Iron and aluminum. Or is it aluminium?
Aluminum.
Now, as we head into the asteroid, we've got to choose our landing destination, one of the craters. I'm gonna choose one in the sun. Now, we found our first iron deposit, so let's build an extractor. But we've got to connect the extractor to the station, and we're gonna do that via piping, because reasons. Now, the extractors can't connect to each other, but we can just run another pipe, I guess, to the station. So we've got to be careful with how we do the logistics. And look at this. We're sending our little rockets with our aluminum back to the main base. I performed a mission. I'm going to get 200 extra credits, which is going to allow me to purchase even more. Now they want us to get aluminum.
Aluminum.
And basically, we've got a pretty productive little asteroid right here. 2 aluminum, and we just unlocked a new module, which is the living quarters. So that's gonna be interesting, turning this little asteroid into a bit of a base. So after performing some missions, it's like, ooh, get water. It's undiscovered. Now, how are we gonna get water? Well, we're gonna have to find a different asteroid, but we gotta find out what resources it has. It looks like it might have copper, but by discovering it and scanning it, we realize it has copper and water. So we'll send a little bit of a mining operation over here as well. Now, we don't know where the resources are located until we first landed. So we got copper, and what's that? Oh, there we go. There's some water, but we're out of credits. So we can deploy a little rover here to get these credits, which is awesome. Look at that. We got our little rover. I love it. It looks like there's one more over here. Now, I can't tell. It doesn't seem like he's got any limitation on batteries or anything like that. And it seems that after this last one, we probably have gained all the credits that are available on this asteroid. Nope, there's one more. Oh, they keep popping up. Wait a minute. Is this a whack-a-mole, but like you get rich? I'm okay with that, because I can do this all day. So we have more than enough to get a couple extractors. And I'd like to get 2 things of water and then 2 things of copper. Because remember that a launch pad can accommodate 4 different extractors. Now we've performed our mission. We've got a ton of credits by performing that contract. And now all we have to do is discover oxygen. Now remember that we're producing water, right? Well, H2O, that's 2 bits of oxygen in there. So we're gonna research a refiner, which should allow us to refine the water. So after researching it, we can claim it. And we definitely have the money to do this. So I wonder how close it needs to be. So we'll put water here into the refiner, and then I think the refiner can go, I guess we might want another launch pad. There we go. So now we can send oxygen from this asteroid, well, to anywhere we need it, which presumably will be our base. Now I'm wondering, should we invest another 150? I guess it'll expedite things, so why not? But my little space empire is going rather well so far. We've completed the objective, and we gotta go back to the space station. Excellent work, Flock. We're a bunch of birds. This is Kurz. Did you ever watch that channel? It's my favorite YouTube channel ever. Kestrel's Laws of Planetary Motion? No, I'm not. Let's travel to the next sector. Something with extreme mass and density. Could that be a black hole? Oh, we've got a planet and then a couple different asteroids here. So, all right, here's the unknown object. So we'll first plant it down here. And we've got tons of resources. But yeah, none of our scientists or crew know what the heck this strange object is. But in order to do that, we're gonna need an excavation hub, which we do not have research. So we'll call in our little guy and start getting some credits here. Now, while this is going, we should probably get mining. So we've got enough to build a lab here, and we need to generate more water, which we are. And soon we're gonna be researching our, I guess, research station to find out whatever the heck this thing is. So the gold is naturally occurring, but we're not really getting it just yet. Could put a launch pad right here and start getting some pretty good amounts of gold. So a refiner can craft waste. And we've got a new supply chain quest. Do we want credits or tech points? I think we want tech points, because I can reliably get credits just from exploring the surface of these asteroids. And deploying the rover is wildly simple. So here we go. The excavation hub has been claimed. Let's put it into action. Right on top of the strange object. You got it. So where is that thing? Right here. So they're gonna need resources. What do we need? We need gold and oxygen being sent to the station. Well, that's gonna be easy. But we're out of money. Uh-oh. All right, we'll get one refiner going. Now we need to get the credits necessary to get some gold. I think that building like an asteroid mining business would probably be the absolute coolest thing in real life. So whenever I see it in a video game, I've got to play it and see what it's like. All right, from here, I can get some gold and run it. And I actually want a second gold. We got those research points. And what do we want now? Let's take some credits. If I get 24 water to our home station, not the one that's like on this asteroid, but our space station out in, well, space. Ooh, we're almost there. One more gold. Voila. But now they're saying we need a little bit of radiation. But we don't have any uranium on this asteroid. So let's go back to the map. And it looks like this one. We need to first discover it with some of our tech points. And we'll land. We don't have a whole lot of money. So let's deploy the rover. Oh, wait a minute. This one's green. So are we going to get uranium outright? Or was that tech points? Yep, it's tech. Wow, we can get tech points from this little uranium asteroid. Now what we need to do is start harvesting this stuff. And I can have up to 4 of these bad boys here, so we're gonna have exactly that. Doesn't seem like we have to pay for any pipes. Oh, what's this? A landing pad receives resources from other asteroids. That's gonna be interesting. I wonder what we're gonna need. One of the things I've noticed is we don't have to fuel these rockets. Like, where are we getting the fuel? I think it would be kind of cool if we would have to use like water or oxygen as a means of like, you know, building fuel. Or maybe like, I don't know, helium-3 or something, solar power, something, right? Yay, we got the landing pad. To receive the uranium, let's place it in a big crater on the excavation asteroid. So now we gotta go back to the map and go to where the strange object is. So a very interconnected base. All right, so it's right here. So we need our landing pad. I guess we'll put it here. And I'll do that. And then let's see, what do we want? Input connection missing. Well, this is the landing pad. All right, so we can drag our uranium and connect it to our landing pad. That's cool. Now the uranium will start to be delivered here, and we have to put the output connected to the extractor, excavation hub. And I love these little supply missions. They keep me in business, and they're relatively passive, I would say. So, wow, now we need to get quartz to the excavation hub. So, you know where we're gonna have to go. Space. So as we discovered this, it looks like it has quartz. It does not have any quartz at all. But this one has water and something else on the asteroid of climbing. Silicon. I'm guessing silicon converts into quartz? So let's figure out how we get it. We need a chemical lab, so we'll start researching it. And yeah, you need silicone and water to get quartz. Well, isn't that fortuitous? We have both of those on this little asteroid, but on this one we don't. Treasury, a reactor, or a... Let's do treasury. Speaking of that, doesn't look like we can upgrade it just yet. Ooh, and a manufacturing unit sounds perfect. And our chemical lab is researching. We'll deploy the rover. Man, this thing is taking a while to research. Ah, and the reason is because we don't have any silicone coming into the base. So let's get some. All right, that should do it. Oh yeah, we're gonna be there very soon. So silicone needs water and, okay, so I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put an extractor here and one right here, and voila. But do I have to choose the recipe? No, it should automatically be making it. Okay, so we're making 0.9, no, 1 quartz a minute right now. So I guess in 12-ish minutes, unless we start, oh yeah, we're getting pretty fast now. And if we find some water, okay, so if I was to create a launch pad right here, I could put a chemical lab right there. Easy. And I would say that like our little space empire is definitely coming along rather well. And you know what, just for the sake of production and expediency, we'll get a 3rd chemical lab up and running. All the while, there's this little rover going. Someone needs to make a space game that's like our solar system, but in like exquisite detail. That's one of my life's missions right now. The quartz needs to be delivered to the excavation hub. Oh, okay. Then what we're gonna need to do is, I think, maybe make another landing pad. And what we need to do is go back to the map, And we need quartz. Oh, there it is. Quartz. Connect it there. That should work. Where's our new landing pad? Right here. All right, this one's getting the quartz, so then we just whoop, and that should work. And look at that. Yes, we've achieved glorious victory as our little civilization of Kurzgesagt birdie boys are flying off. I love the art style that they use. I think I've watched every space-based episode that they've ever put out. There's some wild stuff. Uh-oh. Who's this? Oh, this is the mysterious object. Tell me what it is. What if it's like a new life form? What if it's an egg? Oh man, that's like aliens vibes right now. It just looks like a rock. Yeah, right? Oh, he hit it with his beak. And is the rock sentient? Because this is some wild stuff. Something not native to our system. Wait a minute. If it's extrasolar, came all the way from over here. Are those galaxies or solar system? I'm trying to figure out if we're doing extrasolar or extragalactic. Yeah, it's the Sublina galaxy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're dealing with extrasolar travel. Ooh, and we've got quite a bit. I could scan one of these. I love the whole scanning idea first. So let's go ahead and get a laser in a mirror. Wait a minute, are we doing? We're gonna build a Dyson sphere, I think. So we need uranium and glass in an optics factory to build lasers. And mirrors need glass and light alloys. And I can use basically 5 scientific points to discover all of the asteroids around me. Oh, and even more popping up. So our first mission, whenever we do get it, is gonna need to be getting science points. Magnesium and uranium. So let's go ahead and go to this one first. And what is this? We've got iron, water, and sulfur. So if I can get iron, sulfur, or water, I mean any of these, park, lab, and corridors. Let's go ahead and get the lab. The lab sounds rather scientific. We'll start sending those 2 base resources back home. All right, so we've got the lab. I want to see, does the space station visually show that we've unlocked these new things? I kind of wish I could have more control over that. I think it would be a lot of fun because I'm upgrading these modules, right? So we need uranium and glass, but we don't have glass discovered. Glass is from silicone, from sand. And I like building our first pad like on the light side of the asteroid. One thing I wish is that you could kind of see these asteroids like orbiting their celestial bodies, right? Like, so like the sun or a planet or whatever it is, like if we're sort of like the equivalent of the Kuiper Belt in this galaxy system. You know what I mean? The Kuiper Belt of this system, this star system. So I've got extraction, production, chemical lab, refiner, energy. Interesting. And then logistics. So let's go ahead and get silicon and aluminum. What's this? We need 12 naturally occurring silicon. Easy enough. But I feel like I need to research something. Yeah. A crucible. Uses heat to fuse 2 resources into a composite or an optics factory. I think we're going to need the crucible first. But we're definitely short on research points. Luckily, this planet's sometimes right here. That should get me to what? I just used it. So 12. Each one's about 3. I wish we sort of had like Red Alert style mineral miners. Like Command and Conquer, I guess, is more appropriate than Red Alert. Hey, we got the crucible. So what are our recipes? We can make light alloys using the 2 materials here. Okay, but how much does it cost? 200. We can definitely get that. But we have no means of researching power just yet. We could get a reactor with uranium. I think we're gonna need to go to another asteroid. Research solar panels. Fantastic. So we need glass in order to research solar panels. So I think we did this about maybe the wrong way. And in order to get, oh wow, yeah, we're gonna need a lot of glass. Wow, this is like the smallest asteroid we've encountered. But what I wanted to get was some aluminum back at the base. So whenever we get a mission that just like calls for raw aluminum, magnesium. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And I think what we want now is just some water being sent back home. Aha. Okay. So where's our biggest asteroid? Because that's the one we're gonna need to put a Logi hub on. So just looking at it, I think it might be this one. Yeah, this one's very, very large and we've got a lot of room. So let's put a Logi hub, AKA a landing bay. And then we can put a launch pad. And from here we need a refiner. All right, and so this refiner needs quartz to make glass. So we gotta go to our solar map. All right, so quartz is gonna be delivered here. Where's our delivery rocket? Wait, wait, why am I making quartz into oxygen? Oh, there we go. Now we're making glass. Wait, does it need both? Well, I'm making the glass finally. So we'll finally get the research on the solar panel. Huzzah! I've researched solar panels. Now, where we had the solar panels, where we needed them, that's another question entirely. I think maybe it was this one. Yeah, this is where we were gonna make glass, right? Oh gosh. I'm getting mixed up with all of my asteroids. It's the one with the teapot. No, where's my teapot? We got the optics factory. I'm looking for a teapot. I guess you could scroll over them like, there it is. How did I miss it? You can see it on the asteroid. I love that. Okay, that's fantastic. So this just needs solar panels. Oh, and they need to be, what, in the brightest spots? And that would produce 2 power. I don't think that's gonna be enough. We still need 1 more power. Where can we put it? I don't see any other optimal places, which means the teapot won't work. There we go. Now we're producing the aluminum, which then will need to be sent to a launch pad. There it is. Excellent. We will not be denied our place in the stars. And I could even put more. You just got to be very careful with like where the optimal solar areas are. It seems to be the most precious of resources right now, interestingly enough, is the solar power. There's a lot of stuff going on in our station here in this system. And we're like, our economy is absolutely loaded. We've got 1395 credits, and we still have so many more asteroids still to discover. Colonizing the stars is the coolest, I think, concept for the potential of the human race ever. Is it not? Well, I mean, I know it is, so it's like, do you agree with it, I guess? All right, so let's go ahead and drop off our glass. So now we're manufacturing scrap? You ain't supposed to be making scrap? It says we're low on oxygen. Out in space, no one can hear us suffocate. Oh, you can upgrade these things. How do you upgrade? Maybe we need to drop the waste off. Where do we? That's the thing. He's not delivering this anywhere. We need a launch pad. There we go. Oh, I'm dumb. A pipe hub. Oh, goodness gracious. The logistics are gonna get nuts. Yeah, for some reason we're just producing, there we go, the ash. Now we're finally gonna get, I don't want ash. I don't want scrap. I do not want any ash. If I could get rid of the ash, then we're golden. Hey, we got the pipe hub. Thank goodness. Splits and merges pipes. Place a pipe hub near your production site. All right, I'm also gonna want a landing pad. All right, so I got the landing pad. I've got the solar. What I need is an optics factory only producing the good stuff. So he's effectively powered up. All right, so if I put the pipe hub here, so I guess I could get another one if I wanted to. That's the out, but we need the input via here. We need uranium and glass and light alloys, all delivered here to our new hub production asteroid. All right, so this should just be silicon. From here, oh, this is like a traffic jam, isn't it? Okay, silicon is being delivered. This reminds me of like that little roadways game where there were traffic jams you had to avoid. Oh, wow, this is a huge solar belt. This is a very, very good solar. This is gonna be my factory. Okay, so that's the output. We need a landing pad. I'm out of money. Oh no, let's get more money. Yeah, see, look, there's a delivery issue. All right, what are you producing? He's still once again producing these stupid scraps. That's unbelievable. All right, this thing needs to be powered. I think I need this hub right here. Uranium and glass. Goodness gracious. Where's my glass being produced? And there's only one place producing uranium, and that's over here. Oh, but I can only take one at a time. Cool. Very cool. We need another landing pad, if we can. Oh, we've got exactly one extra. All right, yeah, we're seeing both come through. I wonder, yeah, like, I just can't figure out how to use this hub thing to, like, say I don't, oh gosh, whoops. You can't really control what goes where. But I'm making a laser, dang it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We got the one laser, now I need 10 mirrors. And mirrors need glass and alloy. So I can delete that, because I don't want to pollute the system. I need to be able to delete the resources I don't want. All right, glass is coming in, and we need alloy. Alloys, come on in. Are we making it yet? We've made some lasers, but I'm not trying. I think we just have like a backup of silicon and magnesium from this pipe. Then you can see right here, we're starting to get the aluminum. So we'll be making a bunch of extra lasers than we actually need. But eventually, we're going to be making... There it is! We finally discovered mirrors. My gosh, these logistics puzzles are a little bit crazy. And once we get 7 of them, then it's sweet, sweet victory time. Hey, I did it. I am smarter than the birds. Well, we weren't building a Dyson sphere. We were building a ship to get lasered into space, which I presume means like we have solar sails. We hit them with lasers to speed it up. Are we going to Alpha Centauri or whatever the bird equivalent is? We shall explore the space. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that thing. I'll take it.
Tucked into their cryo-eggs, our crew will leave the rest of the birds behind.
That's cool. Now, are we going to be going faster than the speed of light? That's what I want to know, man. How many years? 96. A few decades. You mean 9.6 decades?
To settle around this F-type star.
I'm gonna have to clean it up.
Closing in on a strange mystery.
Look at our little space station. So we gotta go to the newest system, the Ravsicle. But apparently there's a dust cloud around the star. So I don't know what missions are in our future and what resources we're gonna find. Oh, is that not just gorgeous? So I guess we're gonna want to clean up the dust. I need to get station level 2. Let's check out this asteroid. Oh, it's a giant peanut. Okay, so let's land here and start getting all of the goodies. Now I wonder how that's gonna affect our solar upkeep. What is this green area? Methane, okay. So we may not have solar, but we are gonna have methane fields, which should be a pretty good source of power here in this new star system. Now, we're gonna need aluminum or sulfur. What do I have on this rock? I have sulfur, so I'm gonna take that mission. And there's some right there, so I can start mining it. That'll get my station level upgraded. I see what they're doing here. I think they've made a fantastic game. The art style's phenomenal. And in some ways, they've oversimplified certain systems that ultimately make this game a bit of more like a puzzle and logistics game than maybe what I would call a true, like, you know, space colonization game. Absolutely loving it. Now with the first resources, we'll take sulfur into the credits, and we got even more sulfur into the credits. And now we need either uranium, aluminum, or silicon. Which one is closest? Looks like uranium. We will accept that now that we have this little check mark. Yeah, but it's always been my dream to make a true space colonization game. This does a pretty good job at addressing it like on the surface, I think. And the art style is obviously like second to none. But I am curious. So if you guys want to see more, and what secrets this F-type star that's clouded in dust, what it has for our bird species, will let me know. And I'm happily going to play it again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.